Hi guys, today we're going to make a baby shark cake topper. Let's start with the blue fondant and create a shape like this. Cut it in half and set it aside. Now this will be the hands of our shark. It's like the fins. And roll a fondant and shape it like a smile. This will be the tail of our shark. Again, set it aside while we create the other parts of our shark. We will now move on to his body. Create a big round fondant and then use your palm to extend the other part a bit, like a cone. Bend and flatten it a bit so you'll have this shape. Once you're happy with it, you can now cut the top part of this shape. Always check with your pattern if this is the right size. Place a floral wire inside the body. This will be the skeleton of our character. Now we will move on to his head. Create another big round fondant using the same blue shade that we did for his body. It's very important to use your palm. This way we can have a smooth surface. After that, you can flatten it a bit. Now this part is a bit tricky. We have to create the shape of our face. I don't know how exactly I can explain this to you, but just try to follow what you're seeing in the screen. I'll try to slow it down so at least you can follow properly. Try to be as gentle as possible because we don't want to ruin this. And it will also help if you cut your nails. This way, it will not poke our fondant. So what I'm trying to achieve here is the hollow part of our eye. And then I want to make the nose part a little bit higher. So there's a pointy bit in the nose part. After that is done, when you are happy with it, we can now combine it with the rest of the body. Don't worry too much about the separation. We'll fix that later on. Now, I'm just trying to figure out if this is proportion. I am not trying to merge the two things together, but it's okay. We will cover it later. So I'm good to go for it. I'm just creating the shark's fin for now. There's a lot of weird shape going on here, so I don't know exactly. I apologize for it, but so you know how a shark's fin looks like, right? So just try to replicate it. This white fondant, this will go in front of our shark. Put the white fondant just below her nose. You can stretch it out a bit, but just make sure to do it slowly and gently so that we will not tear the white fondant. Of course, do not forget to use edible glue so that this fondant will not fall off later on. When you've covered the whole front of the shark, use a cutter to shape the fondant. You can also use a fondant tool to help you create the shape of what our shark has to look like. And then continue cutting the rest of our fondant. Try to fix any imperfections. If you think they are kinda out of place, of course you can still fix them while they are still fresh. And you can always add another set of edible glue just to make sure that they won't fall off later. Excuse my OCD, I just want them to be perfect. Of course, it is optional if you want to do this, but I feel it will make such a difference. If you like to see more videos like this, Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See, this looks a lot better, don't you think? Again, you can use a fondant tool to just help you align all of the parts. Set it aside to dry while we create the other parts of our shark. I have flattened a pink fondant ahead of time. This will be for the mouth of our shark. Use a circular cutter for the shape of our mouth. We will just be using this as a guide, and then of course we can use a cutter to remove it. It can be a little bit tricky to remove the fondant since we put edible glue on it, so just try to be careful and not damage the other parts. We want to achieve something like this. Once that's done, you should use the same circular cutter that you use for the mouth and make a circular pattern with our pink fondant. Cut it in half, we only need one half of it. And then fill the mouth with pink fondant. When it's properly in place, try to cut it straight across the mouth. We'll now move on to the nose. This is very easy. You just need a small fondant tool to put a guide where we will put the nose. If you're happy with the place, you can now put a small pink fondant on it. I have also created this flat white fondant a while ago. We will create our teeth with this. So what we want to do is to create a zigzag pattern, like how a shark teeth would look like. It doesn't have to be perfect, just try and make sure that they are all about the same size. I guess what I'm trying to say is just try your best to make them look even, but you don't have to stress yourself about it. So now we have all these small triangles. We can now put them one by one in the mouth of our shark. If you like to see more videos like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And then when the top teeth is done, I want us to create a smaller version of this. So we will be putting this below the mouth. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Try to do the same exact thing that you did earlier. I don't know about you guys, but I receive a lot of requests or orders for this baby shark ever since it got so famous. I mean, up to now, it's still so famous. Like, it's been a while, but it's been a favorite of every children. So it is very important for us to learn this baby shark, and it's really easy. It can be time consuming, but what is not, right? Like every character is very time consuming, and it's just one of those things. But then again, I always try to make them as perfect as possible because we want to give our clients what they deserve, right? So when you're done with the teeth, we will now move on to his eyes. Let's put on a white circular fondant on top of the hollow part of the eye. Of course, on the other side as well. and then put on a small black fondant on top of it. Now it's just a matter of assembling what we have done earlier, starting with the arms, and then the fin, and don't forget the tail, of course. Now I will just add a white fondant on the eyes just to give it more life. And that's how we make a baby shark cake topper. If you like our video tutorial for today, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you!